first of all, if you my mom or my family member and you're watching this, why did you even click this? Like, mama, why? You don't want to watch this. You do not want to watch this, trust me. The thing is, me and my mom actually have a really open relationship and we can talk about sex without it being too awkward. Other family members, do not come asking me stuff. I don't know, it's up to you, bro, but don't come talking to me, don't come asking me later on. This is not for you. This video is for girls and boys, women and guys that are interested in the topic of hoeing around. No, I'm just playing. The intimacy of sex and being honest with yourself. And yes, I was a hoe and I'm admitting it. I won't take it back because I did the shit. I was a hoe. Yeah. So around like my ho period Merry Christmas was I would say this year, the beginning of this year, for like January to March. Woo! So you know how everyone goes through their period of where they, or not everyone, but I've gone through a period where first I didn't have sex, and it wasn't really because I didn't want to. I've always been very sexual, like very sexual. I just made like a vow to myself when I was 15 that I was gonna wait until I was at least 18, because what I told myself at that time was because I felt like I was gonna go, once I first started, it was gonna go everywhere, all over the place. So I wanted to wait. I was also very in tune with Christianity, and at some point I was even thinking about becoming a nun, like just remaining a virgin. That did not happen. Now today, when I like think about it, I feel like I was more, it wasn't really, there's probably truth to all of it, but I think I was very afraid of the intimacy of sex. I didn't think about it. I don't think I was thinking about it consciously, but subconsciously, I'm very sure that that's part of why I waited a while with having sex, and why once I started, I had it one time with one person and then it went a year before I had it again. And I think the reason is because I wasn't ready, number one, because when I had sex for the first time, I didn't want to have sex with someone that I was in love with, because I was scared of getting my heart broken. And I didn't have many examples of loving relationships that I had seen. I have a lot of empathy. I'm a very empathetic person, and I've been listening to like love songs all my life. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? I would be crying. Like, as a kid, I would cry to music. If that one came, like, if tomorrow never comes. I mean, little baby me. So I feel like seeing like negative stuff about relationships and heartbreak and all of that from all angles just made me terrified, and I didn't see me being in a relationship with a guy ending well for my heart at all. So I was not really I was interested in being in a relationship, but it was more just because I was just on this phase of liking to say that I wanted a boyfriend. I did have some friends, guy friends growing up. I was very close with one that lived close to my dad's place. When we were children, we were like best friends, and then he lost his best friend in a car accident. And I think after that, I think that happened around the same time as I witnessed domestic abuse at home one time. So I changed a lot, and a lot had changed for him. So when we met again, we didn't see each other. We only saw each other like when I visited my dad, which was like holidays and stuff. He lived far away. And so after that, there was so much that had changed, and our friendship wasn't the same anymore. And I think that affected a lot of my friendships or my relationships with men and male energy. By the time I had sex for the first time, I wasn't really comfortable or used to being with guys, and especially in an intimate situation. So I was more like cold, cut off. Like, we were having sex, but I wasn't comfortable having eye contact. I wasn't comfortable even expressing myself, even like communicating what I wanted, how I wanted it, and blah blah blah, I wasn't comfortable in that at all. And it went so that's why after that first time I wasn't interested in having sex again. It was like, okay, now I've done it. I wasn't happy with the situation because the way like the circumstances around how we did it was not how I had envisioned it as a perfectionist, and as a, like, I don't know, as me, I usually have like an idea of how I want things to go, and it did not go the way I wanted it to go. Okay, I'll probably do a separate video about that in the future because right now ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, it's still a little, it's not even fresh. I don't care. I don't know, I'm gonna wait with it because I have other stuff I want to come out with before that I think are more important, or things that I feel like I want to discuss more. So I don't know if this really had a point to it, this video, but I just wanted to, it came to my mind. I'm watching Style Like You, and the person was talking about sex and intimacy and feeling open, and I just suddenly got a stream of a lot of information through my mind, and I thought I would record it. If you have something you two want to express or ask or talk about, then let me know. You know I'm all for open conversations on this channel. And I was saying, yeah, I wasn't really that comfortable with men, and I think a lot of girls have sex before they're ready, but at the same time it's almost like having a child. Are you ever ready, or do you learn as you go? Because I feel like I've learned a lot from like my whole period. I learned so much about myself and about men and about life that I wouldn't have learned any other way, because all experiences that we go through have their own like lessons and things you can take from it. So I would just say that I don't regret any of it, and I think it's important to do what you feel like you want to do, what you naturally want to do. But during my whole period, I was having so much sex with so many different men, and there was a point where I loved one night stands because I didn't want to know your name. I didn't even want to know, like, I just wanted to boom, bam, thank you, bye-bye. You feel me? Like, because in my mind, it made it less intimate. But when you're having sex, or when you want to have sex, you're searching for intimacy. You're looking for a connection, a deeper connection. Because sex is like the closest two people can ever get to each other. So I think it's a very symbolic thing when you're having, why is you not focused on me? There you, I think that. So yeah, I just think it's a very symbolic thing, and it's something I see a lot of girls doing. So that's why I felt like I wanted to talk about it and also share a little bit of my sexual journey. And trust me, I have more coming, but that's for the future, because right now that's not what I want to like base my channel on. And I feel like once I start, you've probably noticed that I like to link to a lot of my other stuff from what I'm doing, because I have a very like holistic way of viewing things. So it's hard for me to talk about one subject without adding a lot of other things in it, because everything is connected, and my mind is always like, I feel on the borders of things, and then it goes deep in and then out again, and then yeah, I'm sure you've noticed from just watching a couple of my videos from before. So yes, I feel like now I haven't had regular sex since February, March, and I had like one guy that I knew, that we were getting jiggy with it, and I met him again. Last time was in August, and we had sex one time, but I didn't really want to have sex that day, and it was messed up. Like, it was messed up. It wasn't rape. Trust me, it was not rape, but it was just messed up, and I'll probably talk more about that too in the future. That experience, that was just funny. It was weird. It was really weird because I'm on good terms with the guy. We're really good friends. There's no bullshit. Honest with each other about everything. Like, I love him because we're able to be so real and honest with each other, but I'm not sexually interested in him anymore because I'm not emotionally interested in him, like as a partner or as a, I don't want to say boyfriend because I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm looking more for, I'm not even looking, but it's more the relationship that I see myself in is an open one, a mutual, respectful, beneficial, inspiring, loving, caring, cherishing relationships. My mind is really everywhere right now. I think I'm gonna finish right here because I think I've talked for a while, so I'm just gonna end it right here. Yeah, thank you for watching, and it's weird. I don't feel awkward about talking about this, but I feel like when I watch it in the future, I might. I don't know. I might. I might. Cause I stay jamming, stay loving, stay living, stay